Welcome in, St0ner Sports Radio episode 115, baby. Technically 116, but we will separate our bracket breakdown from the rest of what we've got going on. Joining me once again is friend and co-host Zach Huffman back in the Huffman Cave. Taking some time off. We're back. We couldn't get rid of us that easy. Zach, how we doing on this Monday?
I mean, we're waiting on that. Let's see. They said it's at 7:50. This is college basketball.
8:10.
So 8:10. Well, it's the national championship. 8:20. 8:16. 8:20. So we're eagerly awaiting that late tip off. I figure we're going to talk about this anyways, but just get it out of the way. I mean, we have to talk about Dan Hurley swearing up on the ref.
Tee him up.
I mean,
tee him up.
Yeah, I don't like. Apparently, okay. So the ref said that it wasn't like a hostile thing. I guess it was almost like.
What do you mean? He was mogging him. What do you mean?
Listen. So like, imagine if like you're in runs at the YMCA, and your boy is just going crazy. I mean, he's got 10 of the team's last 12. He's getting ready to hit a game winner. Someone's talking in his face. Boom. Bang. Might bring. Yeah, bang. Yeah. And your friend comes over you, and you just fucking, is right there, like, let's fucking go. Like,
but that's the ref, though. Ain't no damn teammate.
But apparently that's how it was, and apparently the ref had money
on UConn. That's what it was. The ref had money on UConn. That's what it was. I'm thinking.
But yeah, I mean, you gotta think, and if that's me, if I'm that ref and Dan Hurley does that to me, I don't care.
I'm teeing
who I am to you.
Yeah,
that's tee.
If that's Ed Malloy, he's teeing you up.
The integrity of the game. It's the integrity of the game that's at stake. I can't have coaches thinking this is okay.
Yeah.
You got to team up.
I can understand showing emotion.
It cost them the game. If he teed him up, that cost them the game.
It would have been beautiful.
Hilarious.
It would have been beautiful. Oh my God.
I think probably like the only reason Hurley did it is because he knew he wouldn't get teed up.
How would he know he wouldn't though? That's the thing, is like, how do you have the confidence? Because I feel like he's such an in a moment thing.
But you can't call that tee as a ref.
What if he had decked him?
What are you gonna do? You're gonna let this? Yeah.
What if he had drawn blood? What if he had accidentally hit him in the nose and drawn blood?
I don't know. That's probably a suspension.
but you don't lose the game when you're still playing for the Natty.
I don't think you lose. I don't think you lose the game though, because I don't think you get the tech as long as it wasn't intentional.
It just seemed so intentional. What do you mean? Man. Like, he just, the first person that walked by just happened to be the ref, and you forehead to forehead his ass. Like, I don't know. It just is weird.
Well, here's another thing. Apparently, the ref had been like kind of talking a little bit.
No, that's what he did. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was retaliation. They tee him up. He was retaliating for you not calling what he wanted to. He got up in your grill and was like, "We did it anyways, bitch." That's what that was. That was what was. Despite you, we won. That's what that forehead touch was. He was mugging him. He was mean mugging him too. That was not a friendly.
But you can't do that tee. I mean, that's on you. You're the one
but it's
talking
like
down to Hurley. You can't.
God
you gotta take that. You just take that one on the chin. I don't think you can. I don't think you can do nothing about that.
Yeah, I mean, but the rules. Yeah, I feel like Walter Sobchak in The Big Lebowski.
No rule that says you can't do that.
Contact with the ref? I thought that was a rule.
You can touch the ref if you wanted to. I mean, is it illegal for me to be like, good job, and pat him on the back? I mean, it has to be like I
thought the rule was
malicious
physical
thing.
touching the referee. I thought that was the rule. Is that?
No, because I mean, like, maybe that might be how the rules are written, but like, I mean, come on, you see players all the time like putting their arm around the ref and stuff like that. Like, it's never I mean, I don't think they're getting called for it unless it's like a, like a push or something like that. Which I mean, if you're doing that, then you deserve to be teed up. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I think like I've seen like
Yeah,
LeBron put his arm
it
around a
says
ref and like
yeah,
walk him somewhere. Like
because listen
it's
to
not
this.
illegal.
Listen to the official rule. The NCAA defines disrespectful contact such as pushing, shoving, or touching as a violation and a point of emphasis regarding sportsmanship. Such contact or threatening contact involving officials often results in immediate ejections or technical fouls that can trigger suspensions. So, I mean,
But does it have to be
by the
deemed
letter,
disrespectful? Is that it?
I thought it was
Like, does it
because
have
I
to
thought
be
it was
deemed as a
like
disrespectful action?
I thought it
Because like
was
if
like
I'm
he
like,
was
there's
alphaing him.
nothing
He was
wrong with me.
alphaing him.
Well, yeah, yeah, in that
It's
situation,
kind
but
of
like, there's nothing wrong with me
disrespectful.
like patting the like if
No,
I pat the ref on the
no,
back and I'm like, good
I don't.
call,
Yeah, I
that's
don't.
nothing.
Yeah, I don't think that's anything. But I think it's context, right? It's
I
context,
think it's discretion. I
and
mean, I think it's up to the ref.
but I think you're right. I think it was one of those things where the ref wanted to be like, if I call this, I'm gonna be the story, and it's not gonna be the kid hitting the shot. Like I get
Yeah,
that. Like I get it.
exactly. Like, yeah.
I get it. And everyone's gonna hate
If
you,
this was
but
a regular
but
season game, I'm calling that.
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to, right? You have to set a
Even
precedent.
if this was a conference
Conference
tournament
tournament game,
game,
yeah, call it.
I'm
Yeah,
calling
call
that.
it. Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I'm not ending your season. I'm not ending your season on it though.
Yeah,
That's
because
and that's not even for the coach. Like that's for the players. You can't end the
yeah,
player's
that's for
season
the
on that
kids,
for
man.
something
For
their
the
coach did.
kids. I'm like, God damn it.
Let them get fined. Don't ruin don't ruin that shot.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, it's just irritating because I don't like Dan Hurley. I don't like him. I don't like him. I think
Yeah, I love Dan Hurley.
I can't
He's a
stand him,
dog.
man.
He's a fucking dog,
He
and he
needs to
rides with his
quit.
players, and that's why he's a winner.
He
And we're
bitches too
witnessing a
much.
legendary Hurley
Bitches
run
too
right
much.
now.
Bitches.
I don't
Bitches
care.
way
I
too
don't
much.
care. I really don't care because like LeBron bitches at the refs, and he's the goat. So
Yeah, but he's the GOAT. Is Dan
fuck it.
Hurley the GOAT? Dan Hurley ain't no damn GOAT.
Oh, by the way, I have something to say. Listen, so we went to the Lakers game.
We did. It was a fantastic time.
On what was that, Thursday?
Yeah, it was last Thursday. Well, April.
We went to the Lakers game. Pretty close to the floor. Got to see the GOAT, LeBron James, and I just got to say something about Oklahoma. Um, guys, I love the energy. We're not booing LeBron though. I don't.
Ooh.
I don't care. I don't care. We're not booing LeBron. Like that's the GOAT.
I'm not.
Let him. He's getting his cheers. He's 41 years old. He's getting
That's
his
what I'm
cheers, and
saying.
I'm not saying he got booed by everybody because when he got announced as in the starting lineup,
There are a lot of
it
Laker
was
fans.
mostly cheers.
There's a lot of Laker
Mostly cheers.
fans.
I mean, fuck. I'm in my Case and Wallace jersey, and I'm still cheering for LeBron. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
It's my fucking goat.
well,
It's the
the other
king.
thing is, it's like
And
when you gonna get to see him next is the other thing. And that was kind of
yeah,
you have to be able to appreciate greatness when you're in the presence of it. And and the thing is the reason I wouldn't boo him now is because he's 41. Like he's not gonna drop.
if this was
He's not
25-year-old
dropping
LeBron,
40 on you. Yeah, I'm booing him. If it's prime LeBron, I'm booing him
like,
because
if it's 25-year-old LeBron, I'm happy. I'm excited to watch him.
yeah,
But
but I'm
I'm
booing
booing
him.
him
Yeah, I'm
still.
booing him. But
Yeah.
I mean, now it's like you have to give him his flowers. Just the fact he's even suiting up. I mean, give him his flowers. I mean, the man's got
Yeah,
the
Bro
man's
does
got
not have to play right now.
the man's got sciatica. Give him a break. The man's old. He's getting
Right.
sciatica. He's taking naps.
Pure
Like
love of the game.
he's out here playing with his kid.
Pure
Yeah,
love of the game.
yeah.
Like, dude,
It can't
he
be.
just wants to keep playing
Yeah, it
ball.
can't be about the money at this point. He's got enough of that. It can't be about that. There's no way. And he
No,
ain't Michael Jordan. Ain't no gambling debt. Ain't no gambling debt.
well, it's not like, and it also like it's not like he needs to play to make money. Like,
Yeah, I mean the DraftKings commercials are pay him more than his salary or some shit. Like his endorsements
yeah,
have been paying for him for like the last 2 decades. It hasn't even been the
like
salary.
whatever shoe line he releases when he retires and he starts,
You don't think he'll
fully
just keep
managing,
doing the
he's gonna.
LeBrons?
I think it'll be something different because the LeBrons never really took off the same way Jordan's did.
They were heavy.
So I feel like he's gonna. I feel like he's gonna do something else. I mean, sure, I remember like the LeBron South Beach, days, the
Yeah.
LeBron eights, but like
Our high school
I mean,
shoes,
he's
we had
no,
the option to get the LeBrons,
yeah,
and
the little
we decided not to because they
with
felt
the
like we were
LeBron
wearing ankle
tens.
weights. Those things weighed so
We
much,
have
man.
LeBron tens. I still have them. They do.
They are.
Uh,
I mean, but
I have them though.
hey, that's the thing is if you want to wear the goat shoes, you gotta be able to carry that weight. The crown is heavy, man.
Yeah,
You
they
gotta be
were
able to carry
heavy
that
as
weight.
shit. Did
You
y'all
get.
also just have the generic like blue and white?
Yeah, yeah. It was just the navy and white, just
Yeah.
navy and white LeBrons, like just nothing
Dude,
special.
I have that exact pair in my closet right now.
That was our option. We had those Adidas or like some Nikes, and we chose the Nikes. They were
Well,
like the
how come it
Nike
was
blue
LeBron
chips.
tens for like 7 years in a row? It was
Oh
like we never got
it
updated
was yeah, it was
LeBron three. It was
it
just
was all
LeBron
this yeah,
tens.
it was the same ones. Like, nah, man, I don't want the ankle weights. You know he's improved that shit. Give me the lighter ones.
And they
Um.
were like spiky as shit, like
Oh
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
ankles. So
No, yeah.
like if you bent a little bit,
It's
like
over. Yeah,
I mean, I guess that's what they're supposed to do.
yeah,
Like you're
getting
getting
stabbed.
stabbed.
You're getting stabbed. Yeah, you're getting stabbed. You bitch, stab straight.
I guess that's a good thing. It
Yeah, yeah,
keeps your ankles
yeah. I
up.
was like, yeah, you got that was hey, that was
I
the big
think
thing for me.
honestly, I mean, I was telling you, like I have ankle problems, and
Yeah,
I think those
that
might be the
was.
reason why.
You think that was the reason why? I feel more secure wearing those because my ankles are bad. They probably need to be straight. I still wear
No, I
braces
just think
sometimes.
like I haven't I wore those for so long, and I played in like really
Yeah,
strong high tops for so
yeah.
long that now after
They're
like
atrophying now.
after I graduated high school, I was
Atrophying. They're
after I graduated high
atrophying
school, I was
without the
playing in like
support.
Paul George's, and I was
Yeah.
playing in like Giannis's, and I was playing in low tops,
Never buy any
and now my
KDs.
ankles are destroyed. Oh yeah, I have a few
Yeah.
KDs. I mean, of course I had some KDs. I was a
Yeah,
Thunder
you
fan in
got you.
2010. What are we
Yeah,
doing?
it's
and
just
and
just wasn't at the top of the list. So I thought bring it up. Just kind of
you
disrespectful,
want like
disrespectful.
you act like I wasn't playing high school ball in the KD6 Easters. You're fucking crazy.
Hey, those are some good colors though, baby. They pop.
I
You,
have some KD4s. I got some sixes. I got some sevens. I got the bad apple sevens,
oh,
which cost me a
yeah.
pretty
That's
penny.
like those
I
are
still
pricey.
have, but those exploded.
Ooh.
Because listen, I'm not gonna catch some flack for this. I play basketball in basketball shoes. I don't buy basketball shoes and not wear them.
Yeah, for
I play
casual wear.
basketball in basketball shoes. Like
That's fair.
I'm going to be playing
Yeah.
basketball. Now, if I buy like a $3,000 pair of Jordans, which I would never do. I think the
Yeah,
most I've ever spent
that's
on shoes is like 300.
yeah,
But
that's
like
fair.
I would never ever buy that. But if I were, yeah, I wouldn't play in
Do
those
you
because like that's just dumb because you could sell those. But like my KD7 bad apples, they cost me a lot of money. They were like 250.
yeah.
And yeah, I played in those until they exploded.
Yeah. Do you have like outdoor court versus indoor court shoes? Do you differentiate?
No, I grew up playing outside, so
Okay,
like
okay.
I
I was
don't.
like I didn't know how
Yeah,
bougie
I
you
grew
were
up
with
playing on
it.
concrete.
Yeah, hey, don't
Yeah,
look at
so
me.
like
Don't look at
I will
me.
say, like, I don't play in my Kobe's outside because I want to keep those decent. So like I only play with those if I'm in a gym. But um
Everything else is fair game.
no.
Everything
Yeah,
else is
everything
fair
else is
game.
fair game.
Okay.
Like if you look at my basketball shoes, and I have sold a few of them, but like if you look at my basketball shoes, they're torn up.
Oh yeah.
Like they're pretty torn up. Like right, like I mean, I don't really play that much anymore, but I play in some Giannis's now, and I played in those for a couple years, and they're torn to shit. Although I do love them, great shoe. You should play in the Giannis's.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, because I'm playing in Brooks. I'm out here playing in Brooks, baby.
Hey,
Play. Gotta have that arch
fuck it.
support, baby. Gotta have that arch support.
Ain't none of us got the explosiveness for it to matter. So
Facts. Facts. No, I'm
hey,
way too
we're
pasty for
playing
that,
office
baby.
ball.
Yeah, we're playing office ball.
We're
We ain't
playing
play, that's not
early.
even real
We're
pickup. That ain't
playing
even rec
early
ball. That ain't even
runs.
rec ball. It's not
It's either
even.
office ball at lunch or it's 7
Yeah.
a.m.
This
at
ain't
the
no.
rec because
Yeah.
I'm getting up. I'm playing before the kids are. The kids aren't up when I'm playing,
Yeah. This
and
ain't no.
it's design.
Ain't no
It's by
wellness
design
center.
because
Ain't
I
no
can run
wellness
with them.
center. Ain't no wellness center runs. Ain't
Just like
no.
what business do I have playing pickup with some fucking like 16-year-olds? I don't.
That's
One,
right. You
they're.
cook them. You're
I mean,
good.
I could. I mean, if I get them in the post, it's barbecue
It's yeah,
chicken for
this
sure.
barbecue chicken all
Like,
day.
the amount of transition buckets
Oh
they're
yeah, no,
getting
it's
on
done.
me
Yeah, it's done.
is
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I
it's
ran.
21 to
No,
3, and those 3 are some nice post hooks.
I ran to the sports bar up the street to watch the Boston Celtics game a couple weeks ago, and you have to understand the bar is like I don't know, maybe like 7/10 of a mile away from my house, and
You
I'm
ran
like
that shit? Fuck that.
no, so yeah, and I was like, well, because I was getting drunk, so I was like, I'm not driving, so I can just walk there. You know what I'm saying? So I could tell my waiter,
You ran or did you actually
like,
walk? Or
so
did you
so
run?
so the plan was to walk, but I only had 10 minutes till tip off. So I was like, I can run it. Like, what is this? Not even a
Uh,
mile. Like, I got you. Talk about like 300 yards in. I'm like, I got a side stitch. My liver feels like it's about to explode. I'm walking for another 100 yards before I'm like jogging again. I'm like, this is
just
horrible.
imagining you
I
running into the bar and
yeah,
like busting the
yeah,
doors
yeah.
open.
I get in there. I look like I just got out of a shower. They're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I need a Coors Light right now." They're like,
I
"You
need a
don't even
Coors
want
Light
you don't
right now.
even want a
Give me a
water? Like,
second one to
what's the
put on my
difference?
head.
What's the difference?"
No, give me take the water tap and fucking spray it on my head and get me a
Yeah,
Coors Light with your other hand.
yeah. Like it was sad. It was like, man, I can't even run. I was like, I'm out of shape. My coworker's like, we need to start playing some pickup with each other because I'm out of shape too. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I was absolutely thought I was gonna die. I was hunched over. It was bad. I was like,
Oh
I've been.
man, I've been there.
Oh, it's just
Been
like
there.
because it's like physically, like appearance wise, I don't look that out of shape. But boy, dude, but the insides, man, they don't. Yeah, you can't see
We
them, but they're
feel it.
bad. They're
Yeah,
bad,
no,
baby.
I get you, man. Like, last week I was playing some golf and I was looking for my ball and I stopped at a ball that I thought was mine, but it wasn't.
Oh
And
no,
so I'm like looking down, it's not mine. And then I see my ball
way,
is like
way over there.
no,
Yeah.
it's like 25 yards
Oh
in
yeah,
front,
and you were
right? It's like
winded.
25 yards in front of me. So like, and I'm in a golf cart, so like I'm not winded or anything. So I get out of the golf cart and I'm looking at this ball. It's not mine. It's not mine. I look at the ball in front of me and I'm like, oh, I'll just run up there and hit it and run back to the cart real quick. Like I run up there, man. I got to that golf ball and I set up and I'm like,
You're like, this is gonna be horrible because I'm breathing so heavy. You're like, God damn it, my
I mean, it's
form's
gonna be
off.
horrible. It's gonna be
Horrible
horrible anyways.
regardless. Yeah.
So like it's not gonna be good either way.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just so fucking mad at myself. I'm like, that was 25
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
yards,
right?
and you're over here breathing over this ball.
Damn it, the age,
I'm like,
man.
this is why, and I'm like, this is why I'm golfing right now and not playing pickup.
Yeah, facts.
Like,
Facts. Yeah, I'd be picking up myself off the
it's
floor
just,
from heat exhaustion or something.
yeah. I mean, once you
Oh
play
man.
pickup that last time and like you've run up and down the court twice and you're like wanting it to end,
Oh
that's
yeah.
the sign. That's when it's time to switch over to golf.
Yeah.
Because I mean that happened to me a couple months ago. I played pickup
And
up and down the court twice. I'm like, God, I wanted this to be over. I'm letting the other
can
team
can
score.
we not play half
Like,
court? Yeah.
brother,
Even
even in
that though.
half court,
Even
it
that
takes like
though.
yeah,
I
it
mean,
takes
like,
four. It
yeah,
takes what, four
and
possessions, and
forget playing
I'm
defense.
done.
Yeah, forget playing defense. That ain't happening. You
I've
want
given up. Well,
you
I've
you
given up on
you
defense.
want me to sit in the
I'm
chair? You
not
can
playing
fuck
defense.
yourself. You want me to sit in the chair? Go fuck yourself. I ain't sitting in no damn
Well,
chair.
I'm really just at the point that I'm making arrangements with the guy I'm guarding, and I'm like,
Please
all right,
don't.
because I'm picking the fat guy.
Yeah,
I'm
of
picking the
course, of
fat guy up
course.
every time. I'm like, all right, guys, so here's what we're doing. Me and you, we're shooters today.
Spot up,
We're
baby. It's
shooters.
spot
We're
up
not,
time. It's spot up
yeah,
time.
we are not driving. I'm not putting my body on the line. And yeah, we can play a little ISO ball on the perimeter, but I'm
No, we're not. We're
not
not.
chasing you,
Yeah,
man.
no off the ball movement from
If you
me.
get around me, if you get around me and pick up these days, I'm acting like I was letting you go through. I'm acting like I'm funneling you into the
And
defense.
then I'm yelling, "Where was my
Like you
help?"
get
After you
around me,
score.
yeah, you get around
Where
me,
was my help?
I'm like middle, middle, middle. Then I'm
Somebody
acting like I'm
slide
like
off.
sagging to the corner. I act like I'm sagging to the corner or something to get the shooter. I'm like middle, and then I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And you gotta be
Oh
like,
yeah.
man, you've never played high level basketball. I'm calling middle. You gotta be there at the help.
Yeah, acting like Luke Kennard against us. He was just directing the defense while not guarding the person he was supposed to all night
I
long.
saw I saw some Al Jefferson pickup runs earlier, like parent
Like
day Al
current, yeah.
Jefferson.
Gary still.
Oh, dude. He's just shooting everything. And
Oh
that's what
yeah,
NBA players do in these
yeah,
runs. Like they just
yeah,
pull up wherever they're
yeah.
at.
Of course, yeah. And
But
then
yeah, he was
still
killing these guys.
yakking them.
He did get a good little post shake in.
Okay, let's little
Nice.
dream shake action go
Yeah,
on, baby. Yeah, a little dream shake.
old 2014 Al Jefferson.
I like it. I like it. Well, that that was a great start to this. I enjoyed that. Let's get into what's going on tonight. We got college basketball, last game of the year here, Michigan, UConn. Let's talk about the process of getting here, Zach. Overall,
Yeah.
until this point, what would you give March Madness this year on A to F grade scale? Where are we looking at this?
All right. So, I mean, first, I want to say I have not watched a college basketball game until March.
That's fair.
Throwing that out there. Um, with that, I made an expert bracket. Um, bracket not did not do well. Um,
He didn't
we'll
watch our
talk about it a
video.
little bit.
He didn't watch my video, so he was
Bracket
behind.
did not do well at all. And to be fair, even if I had watched your video, I would have picked against it because we're usually both pretty wrong at this. And so I'll talk a little bit about how we got here. We'll start with some losers, right? So tonight we have UConn and Michigan. But who did they beat to get here? You know, we'll start on the UConn side of the bracket. They beat Illinois in the Final Four. Illinois with one of the more, in my opinion, I thought it was an improbable, little run, a 3 seed getting their way all the way to the Final Four. But I mean, when you take a look at the actual bracket itself, it's really not as impressive as it looks. They have what I think is one solid win the entirety of March Madness, and that win is against Houston, obviously, and that is a really solid win. But when you're looking at the rest of Illinois' tournament, I mean, it's like okay, they beat Iowa to get into the Final Four, and Iowa was kind of on its own little Cinderella run, barely beating Clemson. That was a fun first round game,
Yeah.
and then they literally beat Florida by one fucking point. Um,
That
which was
corner three,
crazy,
baby.
crazy
That
game.
corner three,
Yeah,
baby.
corner three. And then they beat Nebraska by 6 points. Like they're just not like they're on a run. Like you're winning games, a win's a
Yeah.
win. You move on either way. But like none of these wins are very impressive. And it's like as soon as they played Illinois, they drop pretty quick. So like Iowa, had a great run all the way to the Elite Eight, beating Florida, knocking off that 1 seed.
Yeah.
Illinois knocks off the 2 seed in the Sweet 16. So we have a 9-3 matchup at the end of the South bracket that ends up with Illinois getting their way
Final four.
into the Final Four. But I mean, just go over quickly a couple of these, fun little games. Nebraska Vanderbilt, that was a fun game in the round of 32. Nebraska comes away with that one. I thought Vanderbilt was going to win this one.
Yeah.
Um,
I
That's
had
not what I
yeah.
picked in my bracket, but I
Oh,
thought Vanderbilt was going to win. Originally in my bracket, I had Nebraska beating McNeese State here, but Vanderbilt took care of McNeese, and then I thought Vandy was going to beat Nebraska. That did not happen. I had picked Florida to beat Iowa like everybody else did.
yeah.
That didn't help. So a couple of these games, Florida beats Prairie View by a shit ton, by like fucking 60.
Yeah.
Iowa gets the win over Clemson, technically an upset. Vandy beats McNeese, nothing crazy. Nebraska beats Troy, that was a fucking schlonging. VCU over North Carolina, that was fun to watch.
Yeah.
North
That was
Carolina
a fun
fucking
one.
sucks.
I mean, yeah, I mean they were
God, they
without their
fucking suck.
best player too, which is why I picked VCU, but that wasn't even why they lost that game.
Yeah, that wasn't why they lost that game. Speaking of, North Carolina hires Mike
Mike
Malone
Malone, what a
as their
hire.
new coach.
What a
What a hire, man. What a hire.
and
We'll
if
see
that
what happens,
yeah,
with
watch the
the
portal.
with the
Watch the portal.
college.
Yeah, watch the portal.
Yeah, watch the portal for sure because he knows like he's got scouts, but also this is an interesting development. You rarely see NBA down to college.
Yeah.
Usually it's the other way. You rarely see guys go down to college. So this will be an interesting step to see where, what can Mike Malone do in the college sphere.
Yeah.
I think he'll be successful.
But that game was
Um,
wild, yeah.
but yeah, that game was wild. Illinois beats Penn. That was
Yeah.
nothing crazy. I don't know why the fuck get out Ivy League in the tournament. Get the fuck out of the tournament. Unless you're Princeton. Shout out Princeton. Shout out
Man, my Black
2023 or
Knights.
2022 Princeton. I don't remember which ones. Um, A&M St. Mary's. This was a fun one.
Man. I mean, I had A&M winning, but I just
I
didn't
did
believe.
too.
I didn't. I mean, look, if you watch the video, Zach, you would have only missed 5 first round. I got 27 out of the 32 first round games right. It got
Pretty good.
the where it fell apart for me was after the second round because I had Nebraska going, or I had Vanderbilt going into the Sweet 16. They didn't make it there, obviously. I had Houston going farther than they went. That didn't work. I had Texas Tech, which I had a couple of that and Alabama switched on a few of them. But if you're going from the one from our video, that I picked, uh, Tech to play Michigan. They did not get to do that. They got cooked by Alabama by 25. So that didn't work out for
Mhm.
me. And of course, Texas blew everybody's bracket around because they weren't supposed
Yes,
to be
they
there.
did.
I believed in BYU way too much.
First four.
I believed in BYU too much, and that was kind
They
of
damn
where,
near almost beat Purdue.
yeah, and I kind of leaned into Kansas a little bit. Look, you lose to St. John's by 2. Probably shouldn't have lost that game, to be brutally honest.
Yeah.
But I mean, I had them losing to
Got
Duke in the
poached.
next round. But I mean, like that kind of hooked my bracket. But right now, I'm at 60% for the bracket that I've got that I went over with on our channel, and the main reason is because my national champion is cooked because it was Duke, and
Yeah.
and I didn't get um I did get half of the final 4 correct, and or I got none of the final 4 correct. I got half of the Elite 8 and half of the Sweet 16, and that's where it kind of hooked me. But the first round, I did really good on the first round. We were cooking 27 out of 35. You're not gonna find a lot of first round people that did a lot better than
Yeah.
that. Now, obviously, there were people that did, but I'm saying, that it's very rare to get out of the first round and only miss 5 games and it not ruin your bracket. Like none of the losses in the first round, except for Texas, really cooked my bracket. I did believe in Miami of Ohio. I loved the 3 ball. I thought that them shooting threes would get them past a lot of teams, especially Tennessee. I thought, going into the tournament, I thought they were looking kind of weak. And I thought this was a good opportunity for the Red Hawks to kind of prove that being 31-1 was not just a fluke and they can get out of the first round, and instead they get beat by 20 plus and they couldn't hit a shot to save their effing lives. Um, and then I had Miami of Ohio all the way to the Sweet 16. Like I was riding them. I was riding America's team hard, baby. And that was kind of the other
Yeah.
thing that cooked me. But overall, I think both of our brackets, obviously yours looking better than mine right now. Um,
Well,
in particular, but I mean it's
uh,
I
I
mean
don't know. Like, if
percentage
it can
wise
look
it's
better, it only
higher.
looks better because I picked Michigan. Like, that's the
Yeah,
only reason it looks better is
yeah.
because I picked Michigan to win. But when you look at the actual bracket, it's not good, man. I missed 10 first round matches. I missed. So I was what, like, I was 22
22
of
of 32.
32.
That's not horrible.
And but think about let me put it this way:
But
there were two first round losses that
that
really
really
fucked my
was
bracket.
it
So
BYU.
the first one, well, we'll talk about that one in a second. The first one is Santa Clara, right? I
Oh,
picked Santa Clara to
Jesus.
make it. I had picked Santa Clara to make it to the Sweet 16.
Oh, fuck.
So no, I picked them to make it to the Elite Eight. I
Oh
picked them to lose
God.
to Michigan in the Elite Eight. And when you really look at it, it's not that crazy,
I
right?
mean, they only lost by like
Because
5, but
Santa well, think about it. You remember that fucking shot? Santa Clara should have won that game. Like, Kentucky
oh
got the
yeah,
luckiest
that's
shot of
right.
their
That's
fucking life,
that's right.
and
That's
then they
right.
win in overtime.
Oh
But
way,
like,
baby.
so
Oh
I had
way,
Santa
baby.
Clara winning that game,
Yeah.
and I think Santa Clara would have beat Iowa State, which I had them doing, and then
Yeah.
I had them beating Virginia in the Sweet 16 because I picked Virginia to beat Tennessee, which didn't
Yeah.
happen. But that really fucked me. And then I picked BYU to beat Texas. And not only
God,
did I
I just
pick
hate
BYU to beat
Texas.
Texas, no, hold on. Not only did I pick BYU to beat
And
Texas, I
Gonzaga.
picked BYU to be in the Final Four.
Yes, I wrote them pretty hard. I rode them pretty. I rode them all the way
So
to the Elite Eight. Or
I
yeah,
had BYU beating Arizona to go to the Final
see,
Four, and
I had the
that did
opposite.
not
I
happen.
had
It
the
actually
opposite.
the opposite,
Yeah,
like the opposite happened for me. BYU lost to the team I hate the most.
yeah.
Um, which and then then Texas goes and they
They
beat
beat
Gonzaga,
Gonzaga
and then
like
they lose to
yes,
Purdue by two.
two.
Like
Yeah, they had a chance to win that
Texas had
game. They
a
had a
legit
chance to
shot.
win that game.
Yeah,
I mean,
Texas had a chance to go from first four to Final Four, which would have been a really interesting story.
now,
It
yeah,
didn't happen.
and so that's kind of where we're at, right? That's kind of where we're at. We kind of it was really the second round on that kind of got us because we believed in teams that petered out a little bit too early. Let me ask you,
Well, I mean, honestly, I actually did pretty good in the next couple of rounds. Like I'll say, my
yeah,
East bracket, I got every match right except for Louisville, South Florida, and I picked South Florida to win that one. But every other match I got correct. And then I picked Duke over UConn, which was incorrect. But everything else is green. It's
yeah,
green on my screen over here. But so I
yeah,
mean, I was happy with that, and it's pretty green over on Michigan's side in the
yeah,
Midwest too.
yeah.
I just
I mean,
fucking Santa Clara, man.
yeah, the East and South first round was perfect for me. And I missed the worst one for me was the West region. The West region was my worst.
Yeah, mine
Um,
too. It
I
was also
mean,
my worst.
I had a couple of them, but Villanova kind of cooked me. Wisconsin, I kind of figured that being a popular pick of High Point over Wisconsin, I just kind of I didn't believe, and of course it's a
Yeah,
1 point win, so I mean you can't really say you're
I did the
that
same.
horrible. Um, but I
Did the
didn't, but I
same.
didn't
I picked
have
Villanova too.
yeah, I didn't have them beating Arkansas though. So I mean so once you get to the second round, a lot of these,
Yeah,
upsets got cooked anyway. So that didn't cook me. But like you said, I believed in Kansas maybe a little bit too much, even though I did have them out after the second round or after the Sweet 16 losing to Duke. But I think you're right.
yeah.
I think it was Texas and Iowa that really shook a lot of people's stuff up. And is it weird
Hmm.
how do you feel about nowadays is what it seems like to me is you're going to have a lot of these lower seeds next to logos that don't exactly equate to Cinderella stories. Like seeing an 11 next to Texas, you could never convince me that's a Cinderella story because it's fucking Texas.
But it
But
is.
it is, but like visually it doesn't seem possible. Like it's like you can convince
No,
me
I
a
get what you're
nine
saying.
like
Like
it just
an 11 seed VCU is different than an 11
exactly.
seed
It doesn't.
Texas.
Yeah.
I
It
see
just.
what you
Yeah.
mean there.
And that's
It's
and
a
that's
question
what's
of
happening. That's what's
resources.
happening. That's what's gonna happen. Is you're gonna see more of that happening.
No, I don't think it'll be that way because, like, I think people, like you said, I mean, this is a Cinderella run from Texas because the team isn't very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
The
the
logo.
difference is there's an expectation that they should be
Yeah.
good because of the
Yeah.
resources that they have.
Exactly.
Like they should be
Yeah.
a top three, top four every year because they have those resources. But they just don't. They're just not very good at basketball. Like that's just how they're not that they're bad. Like
No.
Texas has always been a pretty good
Yeah.
basketball school, but they're kind of like OU and like they just don't really focus on they just don't really focus on basketball like that. They
Yeah.
obviously have more to gain in football. So like you see a team that has so much money like
Yeah.
Texas, they have a really nice locker room
Yeah. It
and
just
things
doesn't
like
feel
that.
right. This doesn't
Like
feel right. Mm,
yeah, like
mm.
you see like in like a Furman or like a Farley
I mean, I
Dickerson,
mean,
right?
it,
Like
I mean, any of the
they
other
go
11
into these
seeds,
big
any of the other 11
stadiums.
seeds would have been acceptable.
Oh
Miami of
yeah.
Ohio,
Well,
South Florida,
they
even.
just go into
I
these
mean,
but they go into those stadiums and they're like amazed, they're like amazed by the locker rooms and stuff like that. That's not going to happen with Texas, because
yeah,
they probably have better stuff at home. So I think that's the difference. It's just like the improbability of
yeah,
it for like a team like a Furman or something. But personally, I don't really care about anyone that's below an 11 or that's at above a 12. Like I want 12 to 16. Those are my Cinderellas.
man,
If
Sienna,
I'm being honest,
Sienna
like
had a shot, baby.
exactly. Like I think the 12 through the 16 because I feel like the with the 11 it's weird because obviously there's like a first four game to get into the
Yeah,
11 spot,
yeah.
which I've always thought was weird. Like
Just for
shouldn't
two
they
of them,
all
though.
go
Yeah,
straight to
just for two
16?
of them, though.
But yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. Just like, shouldn't they all go to 16? But it kind of made sense when you look at it because, like, yeah, I wouldn't want Texas to be 16 in
Yeah,
a bracket that has Long Island and Queens and Kennesaw
yeah,
State and
yeah,
Hawaii and High
yeah,
Point because Texas
yeah,
is better than them. Like
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
That's true, which is, I guess, why they're there. It just never made sense to me, like why they would have to play in a first four game instead of a Long Island. Like
But
it should be the 16 seeds. They should be the ones that
yeah,
have to play in those
I'm
games. I don't.
yeah, but
That doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm just more accepting of like, like even like if your Santa Clara pick would have came through, like that would have been more aesthetically appealing to me. Like, I mean that would have been cool. Like if St. Louis had gone on a
See, to
run,
me, Santa Clara is
like,
a basketball school, so I'm like,
yeah,
I don't see that.
but then like what? Since Steve Nash, like I mean, J Dub never made the tournament. Like I mean, like I'm just saying, like I
No, but
mean, like
they're just always been a basketball
because they
school.
don't have money
You know,
to
they've had
afford
their
any
ups
other
and downs.
sports. They don't have
Yeah,
any
well, yeah,
money
but
to
they're up and down
yeah.
because of the money.
But like
But like that's a
Yeah,
basketball
but like
school,
St.
you know.
Louis, like they're a baseball school too. But like St. Louis, like I mean, if they would have gone on a run, they're a 9 seed, but I would have been behind them more than I was fucking Iowa. Like Iowa wasn't even a
Oh
Cinderella team
yeah.
to me. Like I would have been more on board with St. Louis and the Billikens than the Hawkeyes. Like I didn't do anything
Well,
for me either.
I think it has a lot to do with the regular season too, because St. Louis, like they win in the regular season. You know,
Yeah.
Santa Clara, they win in the regular season, and then you get to like a Queens or a
Well,
Long
Miami of Ohio,
Island, you know,
prime
or like
example.
a High Point, or even a High Point, and it's like they're not getting a ton of great wins during the regular
Yeah.
season, so it seems like more of a Cinderella when they start winning
if
in the
High
tournament.
Point
You
would
know,
have beat Arkansas, that would have been cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, because they only
yeah,
lost that game by 6. I mean,
and they
they were in that.
competed.
Yeah, they were in that, and you knew they were going to compete
They
because
did
that
what they wanted
Arkansas
to
team
do.
was so up and down since Calipari's been there. They've been up and down. So I figured that
Yeah,
was going to be close. But I mean,
it's
I
all right.
figured
Darius
talent would.
Acup's going like fifth
Oh, dude,
overall, so it doesn't matter.
Future Thunder player. Just kidding. We don't need another guard.
I
Oh,
mean, but just to scare everybody
yeah,
out
just to
there, like
scare everybody. Yeah, yeah,
realistically, like we could get them because of
yeah.
our lottery chances, because we have like 3 picks that could be a
Yeah,
lottery
it's
pick.
great. But yeah, no, I think overall, like, what would you give overall so far, entertainment wise, A through F until this point? Where would you give it?
C,
Yeah,
and
I'm kind of there
the
with you.
reason I say that is because half the bracket was interesting and
And
the other
half
half
wasn't.
wasn't. So like East and Midwest, pretty chalk, you know. West and South, not as chalk. Those
Yeah,
were more entertaining. But obviously, I guess the West still ended up in the 1 and 2. But that's where you had like the Texas run, you had High Point, you know, some teams like that. When you look at like the Midwest and the East, pretty chalk. I mean, you get UConn beating Duke, which is like really like the only upset that happened in like the entire bracket. I mean, except for if you want to consider St. John's an upset over Kansas, it's not. That's just two contenders going at it. Um, so like that's pretty chalk. And then you look at the Michigan side on the Midwest, and it's like Michigan's just obliterating everybody. Michigan hasn't had a game in the tournament that was decided by less than 13. Like their game against Alabama was the closest game they had, and they won by 13. They beat Howard by 21. They beat St. Louis by 33, or no, 23. They beat Alabama by 13. They beat Tennessee by 33 in the Elite Eight, and then they beat Arizona by 14. Like these, or no, not even 14. They beat them by 18. My math was wrong. So like Michigan's just obliterating everybody. And I don't think that happens tonight. Like I don't think they obliterate. I do have Michigan winning the game, but like Michigan just looks so good, man. So like it just wasn't that entertaining. Like the team that's probably going to win the national championship, like they never had a game winner or anything like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like during the tournament, like
The
maybe they
closest
have
game they
one.
had was Alabama, where they only won by 13. The rest of them they've
Yeah.
won by 20
So like
plus.
maybe they do get something off tonight. Maybe they get like a fun moment off tonight against UConn, which is probably the most likely team to give them a game. But then you look on UConn's side, and it's like UConn kind of scraped by some of these teams. They beat Michigan State by 4. They beat Duke by 1. You know, they only beat Illinois by 9. So it's like they beat Furman by 11. Like all signs are pointing to Michigan obliterating UConn tonight. And that's just kind of been how the tournament's been. It's like we all knew Michigan was going to get here. Um, I thought it was obvious that just looking at the numbers of the regular season, that Michigan was going to be in the championship game. And then it was just a question really of if you had Duke or UConn, losing to Michigan.
Not a big believer
So
in Florida.
no, not this year, which I was proven right, I guess. But
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
had
but I mean,
Florida
yeah,
losing in the Elite Eight, like in
yeah,
my actual
didn't
bracket. I
didn't
had
have them
Florida
out in the
losing to
round of
Houston.
32. Yeah.
No, I had them losing to Houston in the Elite Eight. And then like I had BYU obviously getting into the Final Four of Arizona, which I mean that was a dumb pick, but
Hey,
I,
you're
I
not
still
alone.
think.
You're not alone.
But like, if you were to put a gun to my head before the tournament and ask me to give you the final two teams, I'd probably say Michigan and UConn. like,
I I I
like my bracket,
I had,
would have told you
yeah.
Michigan and Duke,
Yeah,
but like,
that's what I had in like 90%. It was Duke versus Arizona or Duke versus Michigan was what I had in most of mine.
yeah, and like Duke versus like Michigan versus UConn is a pretty common final, I imagine, and
I guess
it's just
I
not that
just
of exciting of a tournament this year.
yeah.
Like it's a 1 versus a 1 on the final four on
No,
Michigan
two.
side, and
Oh,
then
okay,
it's a
okay.
2 versus a 3.
I mean,
Like we're
you know,
lucky we didn't have 1-1-1-1.
and trust me, I that's that was my first bracket I filled out was all ones in the four. So I mean, in that one,
Yeah, which wouldn't have been crazy. It
yeah,
doesn't happen
that
often. It
that
happened
one's a
last year though.
97% bracket right now. It's gonna drop.
Exactly, and like the only
It's
reason,
gonna drop is because I have Duke winning it, so it's gonna drop drastically after tonight.
yeah,
But I mean,
the
that's
only reason
yeah,
that's like that is because Florida loses early. It's
yeah,
probably a 99 percentile if you don't put Florida in there.
yeah.
You know.
I mean, it was yeah. I had Florida, Duke, Michigan, and Arizona. I mean, it was that was what I had.
Yeah.
But
So for clarification for everybody, at least for like my bracket because it was terrible. My final four was Duke beating Houston and then Michigan beating BYU. And then I had Michigan beating Duke. So pretty terrible. I only got one team
out of the
correct in the
three,
final four.
well, in mine that I did on this channel, I had Arizona, Michigan, Duke, and Houston as my final four. So I got half of it right.
Not bad.
But I did have Duke beating Michigan in the national championship to take it all the way home, and that's not what's going to happen. And if you had to tell me if it was Duke Michigan tonight, I don't know if I would pick Duke tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like just the way Michigan's played in
Exactly.
this
Like
tournament,
after you see the tournament, yeah.
I don't think I would. But I think going into it, I think it was hard for me because I just thought their path was not super resistant. I thought UConn was going to be obviously the toughest game they had, and it was. And if you hold on to the ball, we're not having this conversation, but whatever. Kids will be kids,
Man, Captain
and
Boozer, you
yeah,
gotta hold on to that ball, man.
kids will be
You just
kids,
can't
baby.
freak out.
You didn't want
That's a
any part of
lesson,
those.
that's a lesson.
Yeah, and the thing is the fact that those other two guys behind that trap were wide open makes it just even the more sickening. It's like even if he tosses it 2 feet higher, I mean, we're talking about a jam to finish him off. Probably. I mean, it's just it's just very unfortunate, and I don't even like Duke. So I mean, like it, but for my intents of being right, that was a big one for me. But I mean, that's just the way. This is what makes this one of the best sports months of the year. You really never know what you're gonna get, and this year you might say, well, you kind of did, yeah, but it's the little things. It's the first two rounds. It's maybe the couple of surprises in the Sweet 16 that keep it going, even though you know that it's just setting up for those higher seeds to kind of waltz into this moment. Um, and it was a little bit more, you know, touchy than it could have been. But yeah, overall, I think C plus at the highest. Um, I just think again we're getting to this point where NIL is affecting some of these upsets, and when you talk about upsets, now we're talking about an 11 seed Texas and an 11 seed George Mason or an 11 seed, George Washington. We're talking about a Texas or an 11 seed Oregon or an 11 seed USC or an 11 seed Texas A&M, or an 11 seed Florida State or something. I mean, it doesn't feel like these double digit seeds are these big time major league upsets because of the logos that are going to start becoming more and more, big name brand next to those lower seeds as NIL becomes more and more integrated into these college sports. So this may be the last really decently fun one as far as having, seeds that have fun mascots or interesting names. I mean, sure, you're gonna get your 14 through 16 teams being ass and being, your Siennas and whatnot. But the 9 through 11 seeds are now going to be, these programs that in the past have been staples and have been residing in the 4, 5, 6 category, and they've just segmented down a tier. So I think it's going to be a little bit more of getting used to that visually, because obviously growing up, it was, the George Masons, it was the VCUs, it was the Butlers, those were what I remember being the actual, the Fairleigh Dickinsons of the world, the what was it,
The Doug Eaters of the world, man.
well, not even, I mean, yeah, Fairleigh Dickinson, and then what was the team from Florida, the high flying alley oop team from Florida, Florida Gulf Coast. Boy, that was a year for sure, baby. Florida
Was that
Gulf.
not Florida Atlantic?
No, well, Florida Atlantic was last year, but Florida Gulf Coast was also a team that was very much a surprise. They got all the way to the Elite Eight, I think, a couple years ago. They were
Yeah.
called, yeah. I mean, uh,
St. Peter's. Man.
yeah, 2013. It was
What is St.
2013.
Peter's?
March Madness was Florida Gulf
Oh
Coast
yeah.
getting all the way to
Oh
to
yeah. I was at the I was at the Michigan, oh, who was it? Michigan and someone else and that year's Elite Eight.
yeah. I mean, they
It
had,
was the same game that Kevin Ware broke,
broke
like,
his, against
fucking snapped
Louisville.
his leg.
Jesus,
I
yeah.
was in, yeah, but I was in a different Elite Eight game. I was at the one that was in Dallas,
Okay,
which was
gotcha.
Michigan over Florida. It was a blowout. Michigan beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah, I mean, because those that Eagles team was a 15 seed, and they came out and beat Georgetown and beat a lot of other teams on their way to. They beat Georgetown, who had Otto Porter on that team. Then they beat, and that was after Georgetown had just beat Syracuse. Um,
This was the Wichita State year too. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was quite a, and then they beat San Diego State. Um, I mean, and then they beat
15
Florida.
seed, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they lost to Florida.
Florida,
I'm
that,
looking
that was
at it
that
right
was who
now.
got him. Yeah, that was who got him.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, they're the first 15 seed to make it to the Sweet 16, and they still hold that. So I mean, but those days are over. I think those days are finally starting to wind down, and I think that they could, like,
Yeah.
those teams can get you in the first couple rounds. I'll give them that, but you're not going to see a lot of these deep runs from some of these
No,
15, 14
NIL.
seeds. It's
Yeah.
ruined that, unfortunately. But you can still have some excitement with the
NIL is not gonna
12.
let
I
that
think, like you
happen.
said, the 12 and up. The 10 to 12 range. Those are going to be your Cinderellas now. You can, I mean, it's hard for me to call a 9 seed a Cinderella when they're a single digit. It's just, I mean, it's interesting because they have to play the 1 seed the next round, so it makes it a little bit more impressive if they go on a run, a la Iowa. But I think that, overall, we're not going to get a lot of that anymore. But yeah, C plus is what I give it. You're giving it a C. And tonight we'll get into that as we give you some picks here in a little bit.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
I just can't. I had to look into this Michigan Florida game that I went to when I
Yeah.
was younger.
Yeah.
This entire starting five for Michigan ended up in the NBA. Mitch McGary, Glenn Robinson III,
Yep.
Nit Stauskas, Trey Burke, Tim
Yep.
Hardaway Jr.
Yep.
Get this, Karis LeVert played 2 minutes. He got
Oh,
one shot.
well, hey, was he a freshman?
Must have been a freshman.
Yeah, must
I
be a
think he was a
freshman.
freshman
Yeah.
that year. Now, on the Florida side, I don't remember many of these guys. I don't know how many of them actually played after this.
Rattle them off.
Well, first, I know this guy didn't play because he went 0 of 11 and 3 turnovers in a champion in an Elite Eight game. Eric J. Murphy,
Oof,
he
yeah.
didn't play. Patrick Young, he didn't play. Scotty Wilbekin, he didn't play. Kenny Boynton, he played.
Yeah.
He played, I think.
Yeah.
Mike Rosario, he sounds
He
familiar.
played.
I
He
feel like
played.
he played.
Yeah, Rosario played.
Um, Will you get? I think he played. Michael Frazier the second. I feel like
I
he
feel like
played.
that. I feel like it. It was 2013, right?
Yeah, I feel like he played. I don't know. Yeah, he did play.
Okay.
Because I clicked on his name and it had. Yeah, he played for Houston in
Oh, okay.
2019, 2020.
Um,
But he did not. So he did not actually play like we thought he did.
yeah,
He
Michael,
did not play and then got called up.
yeah, Michael Frazier played. Got drafted in 2015. Scotty Wilbekin got drafted in 2014 by the Pelicans. Same with Will Get. Same with Casey Prather.
Yeah.
Dude, the Pelicans are just snatching up all these Florida players. Oh, it says
I mean,
Pelicans
it
on all of them.
made sense.
I mean,
This is who they were getting. This is who they were building around Anthony Davis. Like,
it was,
poor guy.
yeah, that's um but yeah, I think we've got to most of the, you know, most of the good parts about this, and we'll retouch before we get out of here. Let's move on here. NBA MVP race was tighter than spandex on a sumo wrestler just a few days ago. And
It
we kind
wasn't
of
though.
got to see it wasn't, but it was getting the push from the media that it was getting a lot closer than
The
it.
no, the fucking sports books were robbing people
Yeah,
blind,
that
is what
too.
they were
Yeah, that
doing.
too. And
Like they do this every year. They
yeah,
fucking inflate the MVP
yeah,
race in fucking March out of all months. In fucking March,
and
they try to make it seem like it's a
they
race
tighten up.
when
Yeah,
the whole fucking season it's been everybody versus Shea. It's been Jokic versus Shea. Then it was Luca versus Shea. Then it was Jalen Brunson or not Jalen Brunson,
Jalen
Jalen
Brown.
Brown
Yeah,
versus Shea. And then it's Wemby versus Shea. Then it's Luca again. Now it's Wemby again. You know who was in all of those? Shea.
okay. Yeah, it's
Shea has
like,
been the
yeah,
MVP all fucking year. He's been the only consistent one all fucking year. Luca plays good in March. They start making you think it's going to be Luca. They start inflating the odds. People put money on Luca, then boom, their odds go down again. You just got robbed.
yeah,
The same
robbed.
thing happened to Wemby. They fucking inflate Wemby's odds. They put him all
Yeah,
the way up to plus 300. They
get
put
the
SGA all the way down from minus 2,000
yep.
to minus 200.
Yeah,
People put all their fucking money on Wemby.
and he
And I
gets
bet the odds
bullied
right
by
now are,
Jokic. Yeah, and they got bullied by
you know
Jokic.
what? Let's see what the fucking odds are now.
I bet
Because it
it's.
was plus 200 like 3 days ago. Oh my God.
Oh,
They
is
got
it? They got
robbed.
robbed.
They got
They
robbed. It's
got
minus
robbed.
2,000 again.
Ooh,
It's minus 2,000 again.
ooh,
Like they just got fucking robbed.
ooh.
Wemby's up to
How?
plus 900. Like
Yeah.
that's what
So yeah,
happened.
he dropped literally plus 700
So
overnight.
I have to just implore people to stop putting money on an
On the MVP
MVP in
race. Yeah,
March.
don't do
It's
it.
not like
Don't do
it
it.
does not stand for March valuable player. It is the entire season. You have to play good the entire season. In March, they're going to try to trick you and they're going to try to make you put money on Luca or Wimby so that you don't win anything. Just put the fucking 10K on SGA and walk away with $10,100.
Because right
Like
now, I
it's
mean,
that simple, man.
I'm putting $100 on Mark Dagnall and AJ Mitchell to both win six man and Coach of the Year, and those odds are horrible. Those odds are
That's not
horrible.
happening. He's
I
not
know
winning.
it's not.
He's not
It's
winning
not.
Coach of the Year.
It's JB
AJ might win
Bickerstaff.
six man.
Six man.
Yeah, but he's
AJ's
not
at
winning
plus
Coach of the Year.
4,000. Keldon Johnson's leading that. Clutch player of the year. Obviously, Shea. He's got the most clutch
Should be
points in the
Shea.
league. Yeah,
Yeah,
rookie of the year is closer than it has been in a while. Even though I think it's Cooper Flag.
yeah.
I never thought it
It's gonna go
wasn't
to
Cooper Flag.
Continental though.
You think so? He's at plus 140. I can take it now.
Yeah, it's gonna go. It's gonna go to Continental. Take it right now. It's gonna go to Continental
It's nipple
because the
time.
people that are voting on the award have been saying Continental,
Yeah,
and that's what people got to pay
it's the
attention to.
media.
You
It's
gotta
the
stop
media.
listening to Twitter.
It's the media,
Like,
dog.
stop listening to Twitter. It's the Kendrick Perkins. It's the it's all of this. Stephen A. Smith. It's the fucking NBA on Prime people. It's the Taylor Roots. It's the Malika Andrews. It's all those are the people that vote. Listen to them when they say who they're voting for, because normally it's going to be what most of the other people are voting for too. And I mean, when they all say they're voting for SGA, what's going to happen? Don't get fucking persuaded by someone else.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy to me. Like the straw poll can come out and it'll be like, yeah, of the MVP people that actually vote, 88% of them said they're voting for SGA, and it's like people are still thinking that
Yeah.
Wemby could win it.
So and I like Jimmy High Roller's videos, and I was talking to you about this the other night, and he was
Yeah.
talking about how the media, ever since they've done the mid-season February 20th poll since 2016, that media poll has dictated who wins the MVP the last 9 years, 10 years now.
Yep.
And it's never wrong. It hasn't ever been wrong. And on February 20th, who got 78 out of the 100 first place votes? SGA. So this thing is done. This thing is done. 78 out of 100, he should be unanimous by the time this thing comes out. Back-to-back unanimous MVPs, I could see it.
Oh my god. Bruh, DraftKings isn't even giving out lines on Western Conference Finals MVP. They're not even giving out lines on it.
Because they don't know anything.
No, because they just assume it'll be SGA. Like there are lines for Eastern Conference Final MVP, but it just Finals MVP. It's SGA. Like Finals MVP is SGA, then Wemby, then Jokic, then Jaylen Brown. Western Conference Finals MVP, you'd think would just be those same odds, those top three.
Does Jason Tatum have a line?
It's not even there.
Finals MVP.
Him and Jaylen Brown are tied for Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
At what?
Finals MVP, him and Jaylen. No, for finals, him and Jaylen Brown are both tied at plus 1,000.
Okay,
they're in fourth place. They're tied for fourth. And on Eastern Conference MVP, they're both tied at plus 370. So, I mean, if you were going strictly off Vegas right now, it's a Thunder Celtics finals with the Thunder winning.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean that's what I would like to see.
The next closest Thunder is Jalen Williams and Chet at plus 3,500 each to win Finals MVP. And they're down there with Luka, so that's how likely it is. Like they think the likelihood of the Lakers reaching the finals is the same as anyone other than SGA winning the Finals MVP on the Thunder.
That's great.
If you care though, LaMelo Ball is plus 20K. For Finals MVP.
Go Hornets, baby.
And Draymond Green is plus 200,000. So. Not a bad bet.
I mean, no.
Put
dollar for why not, man? That changed my life. Fuck it, put 10 on it. I got $10 to shit.
He almost won Finals MVP in 2016.
I gotta hope on
it's been 10 years. Surely he's better now.
I gotta hope on a Golden State run to the finals. Yeah, not happening. That's
actually crazy that they even let you take those lines.
Like
you know what's insane to me? Draymond Green has higher odds than Darius Garland.
That is that. Wow. Big
Jared McCain plus 40K.
But doesn't Garland play for the Clippers now, though?
Yeah, but it's like the Clippers and the Warriors are both play-in teams. The Warriors are like the 10 seed. They might not even they're in the play-in now for sure. But they're like the 10 seed. So like they think it's more likely that the Warriors go from the 10 seed, win the finals, and Draymond's the MVP. They think that's more likely than Darius Garland and the Clippers doing it.
Yeah, I mean,
which crazy to me, actually.
I mean, Steph being back and the way he played last night, I could see that, but it's still equally, you're losing your money both ways. You're still losing your money, baby. You're still losing your money.
The problem is that other players also have to play offense.
That's true. That's true. Pods, baby, you stink.
God, dude, I thought he was finally gonna have fucking 30 the other day. He had 12 in the first quarter. He finished with 14.
He's such a
what the fuck? I was like, because I'm sure we all follow that account. That's like, I'm not tweeting again until Pod scores 30, and it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
It's like, this is it. Bro, he had 12 in the first quarter, and it was a close game. He should have finished with at least 30. He should have had at least 30. He should have finished with 20 in the first half. I mean, then again, I've seen him score 25 in the first half,
and then finish with 25. Yeah, we've seen it. we've seen it.
What my God! I need to put money on this man to score 30, so he finally. Or I need to put money on this man to not score 30, so he finally does it.
Yeah, that's how I feel. All right. Well, let's get into this. Let's give me a little bit of a quick Thunder update here with a couple games left, and then we'll get into some bets for tonight. So go ahead.
Yeah, so
Zach,
Thunder.
go ahead and tell me what's going on with the Thunder.
Yeah, so Thunder update, we're winning, and we keep winning, and it's pretty rare that we lose. And usually when we win, it's by a lot of points. We tend to score a lot more points than the other team. And that's what's been happening most of the year. We had a little bit of a slump earlier in the year. We went like fucking 10-10 over a 20-game
10
span,
and 13, wasn't it? 10
and
and 13.
yeah, it was pretty bad. And let me just make sure I am saying the numbers correctly. Now we are 62-16. We got 4 games left in the season. We're not going to break any records like people were saying we might. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Kind of like that we lost a lot of games early because I don't fuck with all that pressure at the end of the season and guys feeling like they need to play when they don't need to play.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that got out of the way. Probably going to finish the season 66, 65, 65, 66
it could be
wins.
the same as last year.
Yeah, last year we had 68 wins. You know, like this is nothing new. Thunder are 9-1 in their last 10. That one being to the Celtics, if I remember right.
On the road, baby.
Which that was a good game. That was actually a really good game. So probably a finals preview. Spurs are also 9-1 in their last 10. They're playing really well. Nuggets are also 9-1 in their last 10. So we got I think the 3 best teams in the West, although technically the Lakers are the 3 seed.
Not anymore, baby. Not anymore, baby.
Yeah, they suck, man. Then that's the thing. Like the Spurs are 3 games behind the Thunder, and then the Lakers are 9 games behind the Spurs. So like it's a pretty big drop off after the Spurs, but the Nuggets are obviously there. And the only reason the Nuggets aren't higher in the win total is because Jokic had been hurt for a large portion of the season. So like I'm pretty sure, like I think 14 of their 28 losses, like literally half their losses came when Jokic wasn't there, which made sense.
Yeah,
like that made sense.
He's the dominant player. He's the second best player in the league.
Yeah, like and I'm a Shea guy. Like I obviously think Shea's the best player in the world, but if you tell me that Jokic is the best player in the world, I'm not going to argue with you.
He's averaging a triple double. That used to be enough.
Exactly. Like I'm not gonna. That used to be enough. Yeah, Russell Westbrook did that on a 6 seed and won MVP.
Yeah. But he still averages.
That used to be enough.
He still has the highest points, rebounds, and assists average of all time though, with 53 for a season. 53 points, rebounds, and assists, and Jokic has the next 2 at 51 and 51, and then.
The problem with Jokic is that he's done it like he's got like 8 of the top 10 probably.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the top spot, baby. He doesn't have the top one though. That's the Thunder OG.
I don't know if he ever will.
No,
we'll see. We'll see if he ever will. I think Jokic is like kind of. I don't think Jokic is past his prime by any means, but I think Jokic is definitely on like if it was a roller coaster, like he just started going down.
Yeah. You gotta lose some pony weight, baby. Lose some pony
I don't
weight.
know if he's ever gonna get that. I don't think he has the energy to get break that kind of record. But he's gonna break the triple double record anyways. Like he's gonna get more than Russ.
Yeah.
So
probably.
Who cares? But so Thunder update. Pretty much going into the playoffs here. We got 4 games left against some whatever teams, and there is that we were talking about it earlier. There is a chance that the Spurs could jump us in the standings and get that 1 spot.
Well, have to go
that would
1-3.
have to mean That would mean both teams have to finish 20, or that both teams have to finish 65-19.
Yep.
And then the Spurs would be win the tiebreaker. That would I don't think that's going to happen.
No,
I think
probably
the Thunder are. Because if the Thunder win 2 of their games, we win. If the Spurs lose any of their games, we win.
Yeah. The Spurs can't lose. The thing is, the Spurs can't lose.
Yeah, like the Thunder don't have a ton of pressure. Like they're probably going to play their starters the next 2 games, win those games, and then sit.
Yeah, and
that's probably what's going to happen.
And it depends on how bad San Antonio wants it or feels like they need it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said,
I don't think they feel like they need it.
If they don't care enough, then especially if you want to be like Wemby and be like, oh, we've beat them most of the year, so like we're not even concerned if we don't get the 1 seed. Like if he's gonna be out there thinking with that mindset, then definitely that he said it. He said that's another credential. That's why he should be the MVP this year, is because my defense is good. We beat the Thunder 4 out of 5 times, and we're
Bro, you're averaging like 24. I don't give a fuck. You're
But
averaging like
he's
24
been on a
points. And
minutes
like,
restriction all year. 29 minutes average. It's 4
okay,
minutes
my
below
MVP doesn't have
all
to
other
sit. My
three.
MVP doesn't need a minutes restriction.
You know why? Because he's sitting the fourth
Like,
anyways and still putting up numbers. That's what people don't get.
yeah,
Shea
like
has sat the
I
fourth
just don't
quarter in so many
appreciate.
games.
I don't appreciate it when guys toot their own horn, and I don't think like Wemby going up there and saying, "Yeah, I should be the MVP." He should have just said, "I'll let the voters decide."
He
That's
didn't
what
say
you're
he was
supposed to do.
supposed to. He was saying
He's a
these are the
little.
reasons why I think so. But I
I
mean,
know, which is wild because he's not. He's gotten to it. He's let the thing. I think he's let it get to his head.
a
Wemby's
little bit,
becoming kind
a
of
little bit,
annoying
a little bit.
because, like, I used to love Wemby. I
But
used
he's
to think he was
Frenchman,
awesome,
baby.
and I still do think he's awesome. But like, he's leaning into it a little too much. He thinks he's the face of the NBA, and you
Already,
haven't
yeah.
won anything yet. And let's calm down. You're getting pushed as it. They want you to be the face in the NBA. It's true, but like you haven't done the things Anthony Edwards has done yet. You haven't done the things that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has done yet. You haven't done the things that Luka Doncic has done yet, or Jokic.
Yeah.
And like that's what annoys me about it is like you're not that guy yet.
Well, and they tried to.
You're going to win Defensive Player of the Year, and it should be unanimous. It should be a unanimous Defensive Player of the Year, and you earn that.
Yeah.
But you are not the MVP. You average like 24. You only play like 25 minutes a game, which is fair. Like, and that's a reason that your stats maybe shouldn't be considered as much. Sure, you beat the Thunder during the regular season. Who gives a fuck? Ask the Timberwolves about that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Timberwolves beat us. The Timberwolves literally were like 4-1 on us last year, and then
Mavericks
we
2 years ago.
swept them.
Ask us about the Mavericks 2 years ago.
Yeah, like
we swept them in the regular season, and they picked up PJ and Gafford and cooked us.
And that's where this Spurs team is at right now. Is where the 2024 Thunder were. Right? It's like they're going to be scary next
year. They're going to be scary next year.
Yeah, they're going to be scary. And they're scary this year, but they're going to be really scary next year. And they're going to be really, really scary the year after that. Yeah, that's just how it goes.
That's it.
And they're going to get humbled. It's going to happen. I don't know when it happens. Maybe it happens in the conference finals. And if that's the case, then Wemby has earned a little bit of respect for making it that far. Yeah. But at the end of the day, man, like, I don't know. Like, yeah, you're really good at basketball, but you're also 7'5". So, like, I don't.
You should be.
Like, it's not like you have to work to shoot over people. Like, yeah, you should be good at basketball. Yeah, and I appreciate that he does things like shoot threes and things. And I think he's like overall really humble and a pretty good, role model for the NBA. But we gotta calm down the ego a little bit with him, I think. And he can be like that in private all he wants. Like, like whatever. But
they tried to ask Shea and Lukic the same question after he had answered it, and both of them were like, "No, we're not. We're not talking about that.
Yeah,
we'll let my play speak for myself.
Stats.
We'll let my play
you can go
speak
watch.
For myself. Yeah,
just go watch and make a decision. Like that's really all it is. And I mean, we know what it is. We know it's the prediction markets. We know it's those things. We know it's the prediction markets. We know it's them pushing this to shake up things. We know how it goes. But yeah, the Thunder are winning games. The Thunder are really good at basketball. The basketball shit is really easy for the Thunder. Most of our losses came early in the season, so yeah, feeling pretty good. 39-9 against the West. Feeling pretty good.
Feeling strong. All right, my man.
Yeah, I expect us to win the championship. And I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. We won it last year and we're the best team in the league. Everyone knows we're the best team in the league. We're expected to win the championship again. I think we probably will. I think if it's not us, it's the Celtics. So that's where I'm at. I think the Thunder are going to win the NBA championship. I said this last year. I said I think the Thunder are going to win the NBA championship because of how good they are and how dominant their season was. They have had, even though the record would say otherwise, the numbers would say that the Thunder are even more dominant this season than they were last season, especially when you factor out a lot of the games where we didn't have J-Dub and Chet. Right, we didn't have J-Dub and AJ Mitchell. Our starting lineup has played 200 minutes together total. It's seriously not a lot of time for our starting lineup. Now, every one of them has been a starter in multiple mini games, but all together, and it's mostly J-Dub, right? But all together, they have not played in a ton of games. So the Thunder are doing all of this basically on the back of Shea and then the defense, right? It's basically Shea and Chet has been what this whole year has been. It's been Shea on offense, Chet on defense. That's pretty much been the entire season. And it gives you 62 and 16, probably going to be about 65, 66 and 6 and 6 there and yeah, 66, 16, 65, 17, something like that.
Yeah.
Like those two, and J-Dub's included in this in the big three, but I think without J-Dub, this is still possible. And I think without either of the other two, it's not. But I think like with Shea and Chet as your anchors on both sides of the floor, like you're gonna lose less than 20 games.
Yeah.
Like that's just such a good regular season floor to have. So yeah, I think the Thunder are going to win the championship again. I think we're going to beat the Celtics in the final, and I think conference finals probably the Nuggets. So
okay.
I think if we and I'm gonna be frank about this. I think if we make it through the West, we're going to win the championship because I think our hardest round is going to be in the Western Conference Finals.
I agree.
It's probably going to be against the Nuggets. So it could be we could have a second round match against the Nuggets.
True.
So I hope that doesn't happen. It happened last year and we won in 7. That was the most. That series was more stressful than the finals.
Yeah, agreed.
Because I don't know, there was a weird confidence that I think probably both of us had in Game 7, where we're like, yeah, we're not losing Game 7. Like at home,
that and just I think it was more of like I didn't want to be the team that had such a great regular season in this sell that early in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I was like, we can't sell this early. It's embarrassing. And
I was just more worried about the Nuggets than I was the Pacers. The Pacers played really well. They took us to 7, but I was way more scared.
Yeah, no,
of Jokic in Game 7 than I was of Hurley.
Aaron Gordon was playing like Michael Jordan. Yeah, that was wild. All right.
I guess that statement I just said was kind of weird because I did say that I was more scared of Halley or Jokic than Halley, even though Halley was going crazy in Game 7 until he got hurt. I still think we would have won that game. I still think we would have won that game if he didn't get hurt.
It would have been quite the storm to weather early on, though. That's for sure. But if any team could, it was
we're gonna beat them.
Okay, so let's get into this before we get out of here. The game is underway. We are 3 minutes in. It started on time. Can you believe it? It started on time. We're 3 minutes in. It's 4-2 Michigan. It started on time. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I actually got a text from my friend. And I was like, I don't ever want to hear Adams fucking talk again. They got this chip started within 5 minutes.
Yeah, what the hell? Okay, so here's I'm gonna give you the rundown right now. Terrace Reed, 15 or more points, yes, no.
Well, I'll tell you this. I already put a bet in.
Oh yeah, what we got? Give me what you got.
Progressive app.
Because I got one going.
I went on PrizePicks.
Okay.
I went on PrizePicks and just threw together a little 5-leg parlay on some easy bets.
Go for it.
Just hoping that 5 easy ones will hit.
Yeah, green it.
All of these are Alex Caravan over 1.5 assists.
Okay. Oh, assists. Okay.
Elliot. Yeah, and which that's like an easy one apparently, and I think he'll get that. Just 2 assists. Come on, he'll pass out on that. Elliot could do. I got him over 5.5 assists, which he should clear that. I have Terrace Reed over 9.5 points. Yep. I have Trey McKinney at over 7.5 points, and I have Yaxel Lindenberg at over 11.5 points. So if the guys that have been scoring continue to score, and the guys that have been getting assists continue to get assists, I think this will hit. I only put 15 on that, and it's a 3.75 multiplier, so 15 to pay $56.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's what I got going on. I got Braylon Mullins over. I got Braylon Mullins 2 threes. I got Alex Caravan 2 threes. I got Solo Ball over 9.5 points. I've got the over of 146.5, and I've got Yaxel Lindenberg. I got Yaxel Lindenberg over 2 with 2 threes, and I've got Michigan minus 6.5. It's a 6-pick. $5 to win $135.
Man, I don't know about the total. I don't like the total. I think that's going to be low.
The total opened at 150, and I took it at 146. So it's trending in. It was trending in the direction where I was like, okay, like I'll bite. And we're already at 11 right now, so I mean, we're getting somewhere. Solo Ball's got 2 points so far. The only thing this app doesn't really keep up with is the threes, but everything else it'll let me know. But yeah, I think Michigan takes this tonight. I like them a lot. Um, and I think that that's going to be kind of where this thing lays. Do I think that they cover? Look, they've been averaging a 20-point win a night. I don't think they're going to get that tonight, but I think that they're going to have moments where UConn's going to be sitting there going, "Can we weather this run?" And I think that's happening, maybe even currently. I don't know what's going on with the game right now, but what?
Just a crazy fucking block.
Oh,
Just
just
stuffed his
just
shit.
stuff this shit. Oh shit.
Just stuffed his shit, man.
Oh
Just
god.
oh, that's goaltending.
It's
Hold on.
goaltending. Oh,
No, it's
no,
not.
that's not.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's clean. He stuffed your shit clean. Damn.
Yeah. So I mean, the Spurs right now only
Damn.
up 4 against the 76ers right now. Tons of stuff going on right now.
I really don't care. Like March and April NBA basketball.
Miss me with
Josh
it.
Giddey averaged a 30-point triple double last year in March. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
What's the realness of this?
Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Yeah. What are we doing? Anything else you want to get at before we get out of here?
Uh no. I would just if I were a true betting man right now, I would throw all the money you have on the Thunder to win the title
Yeah. There you go.
and for Shea to win MVP
Right,
and Finals MVP.
baby.
Just go ahead and throw it in.
All right. Well, for episode 115, I'm out here in the St0ner Bear Cave. Huffman back at the Huffman Cave. We'll catch you next time. Keep a stick on the ice. Good night, Canada.